Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patty's Day. Part of my heritage is Irish. The other part is Native American Cherokee. So today we're going to celebrate the Irish. I'm going to be making a corned beef brisket and cabbage. We have here a cabbage that I've cut into 4/4. I have cut some long cuts of carrot, some really large chunks of celery. I've also chunked a potato into a large cut. We have a red onion. We have pepper, bay leaf, and some pickling spice. I have a corned beef brisket here that's almost 3 pounds. I'm going to be putting this into the crock pot, and it's going to cook all day, and then we're going to be able to work outside and get some things done while it cooks. Alright, now I'll show you how I assemble this here in just a few minutes. Okay, now I've already put some of the items in here. I'm only going to use 2 of the quarters of the cabbage, because if we use the whole thing, we're going to have a lot of leftovers. So I'm going to save the other 2 quarters for another meal this week. I've got all the carrots and potatoes in here and all of the celery now. Then I'm going to add the onion on top. Now this is really full, and the brisket might touch the lid, but it's going to be okay. It'll cook down. Alright, now let me wash my hands right quick and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm adding a little bit of Celtic sea salt in here. This is just something extra. You don't have to do that, but it is a delicious salt if you ever see this. It's full of minerals also. It's really good for you. After I get the sea salt in here, I'm going to go ahead and get the pickling spice and the bay leaves. So I'll turn you around so you see. You will want some kind of salt in here, whatever salt you choose. Added about 3 small pinches in there. Now the pickling spice, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in here. And the meat, I will go ahead and use its own spice that came with it, which is basically the same thing as the pickling salt. Now I'm going to add a couple of these bay leaves. When you add bay leaves, you want to make sure that when the recipe is done, you can pick them out. So I'm just going to put them over here kind of on the side. That way I can fish them out of there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of beef broth in here. This will make some more of its own broth when it starts to cook, but I'm going to get a little bit in there to start out with. I'm just going to probably add about a cup. Alright, here we have it. That's what it looks like. Now remember, I said this was going to be right at the lid when I get it on here. And just a little bit more room, but this is going to be plenty of food for us today. But I'm going to get this in the crock pot on low for about 6 hours, and I'll bring you back then. Okay, everything is finished. I went ahead and took this out at 6 hours and put it in the air fryer for just about 15 minutes to get a little bit of the fat crispy on here. Our vegetables are nicely done, and we have some rolls back here to serve with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this sliced up so you can see. I've let this rest for a few minutes. Now this is pink inside, but that's just how corned beef brisket usually looks. It is done. You can see that's nice and juicy. See if I can get you guys in here close. There we go. You see that juice? This is a really nice tasting piece of brisket. I'm just going to get it all sliced here so I can get it served. Now I did do an outside video for you guys today where I was planting the potatoes, and I went ahead and transferred my sage plant, but then I had an incident. I fell down, so I didn't get to finish recording today. I'll try to get it finished tomorrow. But I have a few boo-boos now, so I decided I think it was time to just come in the house and take it easy. Alright. There's our corned beef. I'm going to get this over here on the plate and get it served up. As always, you can hear my dog walking around in here. She smells food. Now I'm going to get a little bit of this vegetable mix over here. And I've already fished out the bay leaves. Get one more piece of the carrot. And then get our roll. So there we go. There's our corned beef and cabbage. I hope you've all had a wonderful day. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Now we're about to eat. We haven't ate very much today, so we're pretty hungry. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.